This week on Talk of the Town, we feature Chanshare Sod Farms and tips on how to get the greenest lawn. Hop into Easter with a scavenger hunt presented by the Kiwanis Club and local businesses. Twisted Sugar will hold a grand reopening this week, and you can burn off all those delicious treats by participating in a 5K and fundraiser for a family in need. Walk with Walt on Saturday, April 19th at 9:30 a.m. in Tremonton to support and learn more about Dravet syndrome.
I'm Brett Marble. I'm one of the owners here. Me and my husband Buster have been the owners since 2015, but I actually started working at the farm in around 2005. I started working doing accounting and things like that.
I'm Dylan. I work on the sales side. I work with a few landscapers, getting sod down to them, trying to sell the grass that we grow and help people understand what we're trying to do here with our new initiatives.
A really brief history. Buster's grandpa started the farm in 1979, and then he kind of gave it down to his sons, his uncles, and an aunt who worked there, and then as each of them got bought out, there was one left uncle. And in 2015, it was a pretty smooth transition. Randy was ready to go do other things, and Buster and I had been doing pretty much the same jobs that we have been doing for the last 10 years. Buster does everything like on the outside of the farm, and I kind of manage all of the inside of the farm, the financials, the accounting. I wouldn't say I oversee sales, but kind of am involved in that a little bit more on the over management side. So it was a pretty easy transition from when Randy decided to be done to, hey, we're going to just step in and continue doing what we had already been doing for the past 10 years. So
growing up, it was just kind of doing the menial jobs that nobody else wanted to do. I had moved a lot of pipe, built a lot of fence, built a lot of pallets, things like that. Then 2 years ago, I started working on the harvest crew. So I was just driving a forklift, moving sod that way. And then last year I was able to become part of the sales team, work with my uncle Tyrell, and then work with the people in the office. And it's just kind of been growing since then.
The biggest comment that we get when people find out that Buster and I do business together is they're like, how do you work with your spouse? Like, does that not cause contention? And I actually love it. I love that I know if he's having a bad day, he knows if I'm having a bad day. We get it. We understand most of the time, like his frustrations are my frustrations, or, when something really cool happens, it happens to like our whole family. So I kind of love it that way. But you know when to give a little distance at home sometimes, and to, call and be like, hey, I'm excited, when something good happens, who do you like to call your loved ones? And luckily we get to share that on a business side as well as a personal side. It's part of my favorite thing. I get to work with my best friend every day. And then to put our kids into it, it's been fun. Dylan's going to school right now at Utah State for, what's the exact?
Agricultural business.
Agriculture business. So he wants to stay in it. He's going to school for it. So it's fun to see him go from using a weed what is it? A weed whacker? What is it called?
Weed eater?
A weed eater.
There you go.
To work on the harvest crew to now be in, and he knows he's learning the whole side of the business. Our next two boys also work with the farm, and they're both going to diesel tech school. So another good things that we could use here on the farm, and they still spend a lot of time fixing fences, building pallets. If you ask Buster, building pallets builds character, and it can solve any problem you have. If your toe hurts, go build a pallet, it'll help it, So you just learn to work hard. And then our youngest, he's around, it's a business that you can work around sports. He might not get a lot of hours, but he's also not trying to go work at another location and have them try to figure out their sports. It's been really good to have, the boys learn how to work hard and know that dad's going to expect a lot. And when you're working, you're working. And yeah, and like we talked about, we have a brother-in-law over the sales. We've got a cousin who does our marketing. We have my sister that does the accounting side of things. And so it is fun. We get to come to work with people that we enjoy working with every day. And everybody else, like in our office, they've all been here for, almost 10 years, everybody. So if you're not family, you feel like family, and we love that part of it.
I just love the lifestyle. I love it here in Bothwell, and like seeing how my family was able to grow up, and I feel like there's a lot of fundamental life skills that I learned from being on a farm, that given other situations you just don't know, and it's kind of just a security for me. But at the same time, I've always liked, business side, and so going to school has been pretty fun for me, because then, we're in the office and a little bit of downtime, I'm able to talk to my mom or my dad about, the business side, the numbers side, and actually understand what that means for a business rather than just kind of it going right over my head. So it's been cool to learn that and be able to see, how little things can affect a business as a whole, being able to understand that, this business will be here as long as we let it to be here, as we work hard and understand what we have, and we're grateful for what we have. We can continue to run and have that family bond, along with, like she said, just the family community that we have here at Chanshare.
So fun little family thing. So Dylan's 4th generation, right? So started with Buster's grandpa, to his dad, to Buster, to Dylan's now working, and he is also expecting a son. So we're going on 5. We're gonna make it 5 family generations with this new little one coming.
Right now we do Kentucky bluegrass as that's our main bread and butter staple of sod. That is what we've been growing since 1979, just a little bit of a different seed blend. Right now our seed blend is actually a part of the TWCA, which is the Turf Grass Water Conservation Alliance, and that's basically they've worked a lot with Utah State in studying different seed blends that are more drought tolerant, or Kentucky bluegrass. It's our desert sage blend is what it's called. But really just looking at what you have in your yard and what you want. If we're also selling, it's called Tahoma 31, it's Bermuda grass that became legal last year off of the noxious weed list. And so Bermuda grass does a lot better without water. It's very much more drought tolerant. But it's all kind of on personal appeal. If you want a longer yard that's going to be the deep green color that Kentucky bluegrass is, you want to have to water a little bit more, that's definitely what you're looking for. It's a little bit softer, more of a yard that I think of when I think of a lawn. But then Bermuda grass, you can keep it really short if you want a nice manicured lawn that you don't have to water as much. They both have their ups and downs. That's just kind of a quick snapshot of it all, but we're hoping to get Bermuda grass onto our farm this year as our foundation plot, and grow it even more so it's available. But those are the 2 options that we have.
Well, and another thing to watch for right now is a lot of people are prepping their lawn for the summer. So they're doing the aerating right now. They're getting it ready. They're getting all their water stuff prepared, fixing your sprinklers and doing all those type of things. We'll recommend, all of those things for the lawn are if you can get it started right in the spring, you're going to have more success for a healthy lawn in the summertime. So the aeration is great. Allow the roots to go down and grow deeper into the soil. Doing a fertilizer at this time when you can get some water on it, a deep fertilizer, is that what you called it? To do that, to start your lawn off healthy, because the deeper that your roots are going down into the ground, they get more of the natural water and you don't have to water it as much. So we like to tell people that they have to train your lawn. And so the more that you are training your lawn, making the roots go down, you're going to let it get dry. You're going to let it get a little ugly before it can actually be pretty. That's the type of training to do in the spring, and then in the summertime, it's okay if it goes brown. But in the springtime, where we are getting natural moisture, it can look really, really pretty quick.
Really, about the time that we see the real heat coming through is July and August, when it's really hot. When it gets above 85 is when it can cause a lot of stress on grass. The best thing for grass now is making sure that it gets the moisture, making sure that it's ready, that you're watering it, that it has its fertilizer as soon as you can. During the rainy season when it can get wet and can get the moisturizer and the fertilizer into the grass, that's a great thing.
Well, a lot of people get super anxious to hurry and mow their lawn, and you do want to mow
A little bit.
You want to mow a little bit, but the longer that you allow the blades to grow, the longer the roots go down in. So don't be mowing your lawn super short right now. Let it grow up a little bit so that the roots can go down before it does get hot. But yeah, right now is the perfect time to start doing that. Wait a little bit before you mow. Wait a little bit you know, let it be a little bit dry for a little bit. And then when you do water, it's a heavy water, not a light water every day. You make sure that you're making that water go down in. Our website is a great tool. It's www.chanshare.com. It's got tips for fertilizing, for mowing, for measuring for new grass, for weeds, for
All the above.
everything, you know. And we've got a lot of people in here that's what they do. You know, call us, ask us your questions. We'd love to hear from you. Even if it's not, we don't want to just buy and sell sod. We want to also help people. Hey, what do I do in this situation? Call us, we'll let you know. If we don't know, we'll find out the answer. We don't know. Somebody else probably in the office does. But yeah, our website is a great tool for any of your sod questions.
Talk of the Town is made possible by supportive sponsors who love our community. Show your love by supporting them today.
Easter's here, and the Tremont and Kiwanis Club has a fun adventure planned all around town as they host their annual community traveling scavenger egg hunt. On Saturday, April 19th from 9:30 to 10:30, use these clues and hop from one local business to the next to find plenty of treats. If you get stumped, participating business owners are happy to help.
Bear River High School Athletes of the Week are brought to you by Pizza Plus. Congrats to these athletes for their efforts on and off the field.
This one popped up deep here, left field, and it's going to get behind. That's going to score. This one straightened out to right field. Kind of launch the ball without. Nice little poke out here, but Aubrey Fry. 1-2. Swung on and hit over to Canfield. Fielded it up, and the throw inside here too. Reaches for that one, and Frank May's going to strike out here for Caitlin Wilson. Wilson with the pitch, swung on, and a Frank May's going to strike out back to that's going to get through. Douglas rounds third, the throw going to be close and gets past. Ooh. And a punch out. Frank May's going to one out, one on. A little smack out here, but Boston Lish. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a Frank May Skidoo. And this one in fair.
That's what I'm talking about.
Score run. And a swing and a miss. And a Frank May Skidoo strike. Swung on a miss, a Frank May Skidoo strike. This one popped up high playable.
Bella's waving her off. It's double with the same situation last time.
Sends it down the line. And they say fair. Rolls all the way to the fence. That'll score a run. Swing and a miss. Center Frank May Skidoo strikeout. The 2-2. Hit out here, Aubrey Fry backing up for this one and gonna strand in the sunshine.
Oh, great shot.
And taking it on a hop. This one popped up high in the infield. Douglas waving everybody off, and we'll get the snag. And what a catch. Runner tags up. The 1-0. Swung, hit, and Bella Douglas.
It's always a battle when you guys play Ridgeline. Back and forth today. What allowed you guys to get the win in the end?
Yeah, the girls were gutsy. They grinded the entire game out. It was ugly. There was nothing pretty about that ball game. But at the end of the day, they just grinded, and that's what got us the dub.
And then some key things that came down there at the end. What were some of the plays or players that stuck out in your mind tonight?
Oh, there was a lot. Gamble's hits, the 2 hits that she had were huge, scored some runs, especially with that kid because she's been in a little bit of a slump, but she has worked her little tail off every single day after practice. She's taking extra reps, so it's good to see hard work pay off for a kid. Lucy's play in the last inning, I don't know how she got there, but she did, and I'm glad she did. So good job, Lou, because that was huge, especially we needed that out right then. And Kate's performance, I mean, she didn't have her best stuff, but she just kept grinding. And you have to give credit to Allie behind the plate because I think she got stretched 3 feet taller than she normally was because her rise ball was not breaking as good. And really, they all just did well. Bella and Molly have been sicker than sick. They actually went and got IVs today. And so they grinded, and so it was just gutsy on all of them. That is a very, very good ball club over there. They can swing it, they can throw it, and so we just have to be prepared and make sure that we are doing the little things. We struggled bunting today, and that's something we have to do in tight situations. So there's a lot of things that we need to clean up because that team's not going anywhere. And we're going to most likely face them later on. And so we need to make sure that we're tight in everything that we do so nothing that they do can slip in and beat us.
Lucy, we're going to start with you. New position this year. How do you like being out at second opposed to catcher?
I love it. It's so fun.
And you still get a little catcher time. You had that last time we were here when you guys were against Mountain Crest. What's been kind of the fun of having that new position?
Having Kendall behind me, if I know she's going to catch a ball. And it's just fun to be in the infield. It's kind of more relaxed than catcher. You know, I just feel more laid back. I can focus more on my hitting.
And you had a phenomenal catch there at the end. That's going to be our Golden Spike Web Gem of the day. Be able to get that to kind of secure the outs and eventually get the win. What was kind of going through your head when you snagged that?
I was so close to Kate because we were playing up. We got to cut the run, and it started to go, and I was like, oh, crap, like I'm not going to make it. But ended up falling in my glove, so luck.
And you guys get the second win over Ridgeline. What's that feel like?
Awesome. Especially like just getting beat by them last year and beating them twice. It feels really good. Yeah.
All right, Fry, we'll talk to you next. You had that infield home run. You get 2 runs off of that. Just what was going through your mind, and when did you know you were going to make it all the way around?
I honestly didn't think I was going to make it all the way around. I just thought it was going to be a base hit, but they kept sending me, so I just kept going. But it was exciting.
Few games we've been to kind of seemed like it took a while to find your stride. The last few games we've been to, you were just right back to where you need to be. What's that feel like to be able to get that good momentum?
It feels really good. Like you said, I was in a slump for a little while, so it was really frustrating. But to be able to just relax and hit the ball has been a lot of fun. So, yeah.
And do you expect to face Ridgeline again in the playoff state time? And what can we expect there? So.
Probably. They're a really good team. So if we can just keep hitting and keep playing good defense, I think we'll do good. So.
And then London, let's talk to you. You're actually going to be our grill player of the game, so I'll give that to you.
Thanks.
You're just a freshman, and you've come in playing like you've been playing for a lot of years. What's that been like?
It's fun. It's fun to get high school. It's fun. New thing. It's a lot more competition. It's just fun playing.
So you had some great hits today. You got a 2 RBI double, and then another RBI, 1-run RBI double, and then you still home. You ended up helping contribute 4 runs to that 7-6 win. What's that like?
It's awesome. Last time I faced Bree was not very good, so I just knew I had to come out hotter, more confident, and did good, so.
What was your favorite part today? Was it the hitting or the stealing?
Probably the stealing, because I should have gone, and then when they overthrew, I was like, this is my time to make it up, so.
Sophomore Hall will get punched out. On Frank Mace-Crew strike tie count will be a swing and a miss and another Frank Mace-Crew strikeout number 2. And a swing and a miss in 3 innings. There's a good shot right up the middle. Aubrey Fry gonna get on. 2. Crushed. Center field. Fry back and gets out number. Caitlin with another pitch. This one popped up and it's gonna drift. Out of play. No, what a catch. Molly Canfield for out number 2 outs, 1 on, and Frank Mace-Crew strikeout. There's a 1-2. And a Frank Mace-Crew strikeout. 2 for a 1-0. Off speed. Austin Lish.
You're thinking she was going to get much varsity time, and she just got stronger and more confident every game. And I think in these situations.
The 1-1. Popped up. Foul territory. And what a catch. Kendall Art. Delivery in there. Swung on. Frank Mace-Crew strikeout for round number 2.
Always fun to watch.
And a Frank Mace-Crew strikeout. New River Bears. This one popped up high. Playable. Aoki underneath it. Sends this one high. This one gonna drift. Foul. And another catch. Here from Molly Canfield. And foul tip. And a swing and a miss. Straightens this one out. This one's fair. Hit deep. Gonna bounce off the fence. Oh, and a little poke up and over the infield. Hard hit. And it is at the fence. Just like that.
Just like that.
In the 5 with the pitch. This one crushed left field.
Oh.
And it is over. Wilson's still in the circle. And this one in foul territory again.
Per hour, and that's enough.
This one popped up. Play ball. Douglas calling everybody off. About number 2. Swing and a miss. Frank Maskadoosh. DP. Actually, Willard sends this one over to Canfield in the stretch. Here by Pacey Richard.
You mentioned how this is just such a fun, great rivalry. How's it feel to be able to pull off the win?
Yeah, today was a full team effort win, and I think they'll all attest to that, but that's probably the best team win we've had all year, so it was fun.
So a little bit of a slow start, took you guys till the 5th inning, but you guys really came alive then. What was the difference?
Energy. I mean, we were defeated in the first 5 innings for no reason, really. Body language was down. We were thinking way too much. And then I knew once one kid would make a hit, they would all, hitting's contagious. That's what we tell the kids all the time. And they did exactly that. Allie got a huge hit it right over the girl's head, which was a big start for us. I mean, Obbs had a heck of a game herself. I mean, I think that kid's seeing the ball as a watermelon right now. It's so fun to just watch her do her thing because she's so calm in everything she does. I mean, a ball's hit to the outfield, and it was that shot at the beginning of the game, and it was like reading nothing for her to read that fly ball. So she killed it. Marley's been putting in a whole bunch of extra work, and that ball was a shot. And so it's so fun when hard work pays off for kids.
And so Box Elder, they're looking really good this year in their division as well. They only had 1 loss. You guys give them their 2nd. Just tell us a little bit about what that is, and then what's going to be your dinner tonight as you guys, is there going to be some bragging and some harassing going on, or what's that look like tonight?
No, it's just going to be fun. Box Elder is a great team, and they're coached very well. They have great head coaches, or their head coach is great, their assistants are great, their girls are great, and we're cheering for them. Like, go Bees at this point for the 5A state championship.
Who do you guys have next, and how do you guys plan to continue this momentum?
So we play at Logan tomorrow. That is a rescheduled game from a rainout last week over spring break. And then we play at Skyview on Friday. So 2 big region games. Hopefully the kids just go in with the same attitude that they have and just go and play some ball.
This year we have your Golden Spike Polaris Web Gem, and that's when you just make a phenomenal catch, which you did out there in Wright. Tell me kind of what was going through your head when you know you're going to have that one.
Well, as soon as the ball was up, I just knew I had to have it. I mean, I needed to back up my pitcher, Kate. She's been working her little butt off this whole season, and I knew that was the best way for me to help her. It got a little lost in the sun there for a second, but once I saw it again, I was able to catch it, and it felt really good.
Kind of a cute reaction and celebration out there with your teammates. What did that feel like?
Yeah, I mean, I was on the Box Elder side, so there was kind of both mix, but I did hear a lot of people yelling, "Go Kenny, we're so proud of you," and that just really sent me over the top.
And you've been a solid for the Bears for quite a while now out there in right. What do you like about playing that position?
I didn't start playing right field until last year, where all of a sudden I realized that I just absolutely loved it. I mean, I just love to get to run my heart out, and being right next to Aubrey Fry, where we just get to chat all game and just make those game-saving plays.
And I know you guys have a close relationship with the Bees, but what's that like to be able to get the win over them?
Oh, so good, especially on Charlie. We love it.
So you actually had an injury last year that prevented you from playing. What's it like to be able to be healthy and playing this season?
It's really great. I'm excited. Last year was kind of hard, just watching my team. It was good cheering them on, but this year, I'm glad to be healthy and back, and my knee's strong. Yeah, it's good to have an opportunity to be in varsity sometimes. It's really fun. Yeah.
And so a couple of the games that we've been to, we've seen you come up to bat. Hasn't really panned out the way you wanted, but today, just beautiful hit and bases loaded to top it off. What was that like when you knew it was gone?
I think hard work really pays off. I've been working really hard, and when I hit that ball, it felt really great. The last at bat, I didn't have a great at bat, but I was thinking for my team, not for myself. I had to stay positive, and that hit was really great. I think I was due for one. Yeah.
Sure. It was beautiful, and you're going to be able to get that tonight for that effort with that grand slam, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Our grill player of the game, so we'll give you one of those as well. We talked to you last game yesterday. You had a really great showing then. Just continue that on today. What can we expect from you and your team as the season progresses?
I hope I can just be able to stay in the same mindset, you know, not always going to get on base. So when that does happen, just keeping the good mindset, like next pitch, next at bat. But as a team, I think just going forward, like we played really good team ball today. So just playing as a team, keeping up the energy, I think we'll do pretty good.
And you actually did really great on offense today. You went 3 for 4. You had a really nice fly out that just they got, but then you had a single, a 2BR double, and a stand-up triple. What was that like to be able to contribute in that way today?
It felt really good to be there for my team. It was really nice to know that I had teammates behind me, Bella, Lucy, and everyone else behind me, just to be able to keep hitting me around. So that was really nice.
And then a great showing on defense. You always play great in that center position. You've been there for a while too. Tell us what you like about that position.
I love playing center field. I love tracking the ball, and I love playing it with my other outfielders. It's a good time.
Ball forward and Reyes there's for Skyviewer crashing into the box. Goes up. Hale spills it. And here comes the attack onto the frame. James steps off his line. Hale goes the wrong way. Ball's forward. James comes forward and collects. There's the shot. Great save by Nathan James. And service. 2 Bobcats in the way. And
there we go.
Nathan James.
And the first Frank Mason Skidoo strikeout this afternoon is from Cody Nelson. 1 pitch with 1 out. This one going to be hit back. Pull it up here by Potter. Score a run. Get out number 2. And this one popped up high. Won't leave the infield. This one sent right up the gap. Boston a little chopper. Back over to Nelson. Fielded the throw in time for out number 1 over. And right to Ethan Hager. First support of Forever Athletics, and that's a this week. Hit out to center field. Summers underneath it. Have to quickly get it. This one popped up. Gonna stay fair this time, but Rice well underneath this one in time. Thrown out. Got a good shot up the middle here. 4th. Not gonna wait long on that one. Good glove, and they'll get out number 1 here for the Longhorns. Man, aggressive at the plate. Quick Davis with the delivery, and this one hit out. And Summers fouled. Oh, they say fair. Good roll. And the throw. 2 pitch coming here from Davis. Swung on. Missed. Nope. Got a piece of it. No, he did not. Little pop over. Holding Potter with the scoop up. And they'll get out in number 2. This one chopped over. Potter again. And they will strand a runner.
You guys faced these guys earlier in the week. 1 10-5. Today it was 12-1 loss. What do you feel was the difference in the 2 games?
You know, I give Westfield a lot of credit right there. They came back with, you know, they're a very good program. Nobody likes to lose, and they came back with a little fight today and did a really good job. On our side, you know, we didn't do a very good job of getting ready today, I think, overall, and that's on me as a coach, and we'll fix that, get ready for Monday.
And you guys got Skyview next week. What are you guys going to be working on and preparing for that one?
You know, we just gotta play catch. You know, I didn't think our pitchers did a bad job, especially early. We didn't make a couple plays on the backside, and it caused, you know, got some runners on, and they had a big knock. And that's what happens if we don't play catch on the backside of those on those little hits and things like that, or we make an error. And I think that was one of the big things. So that's what we're kind of work on over the next 2 days and get ready to go, and then have a little bit better approach at the plate and swing the bats a little better.
And I know you guys like to take it 1 game at a time, but you guys are less than a month away from playoff stuff starting to unravel. What do you guys got to do to clean things up and be ready for that?
I just got to be consistent. I think that's the biggest thing in everything. We've kind of been riding a roller coaster up and down a little bit. Play good, play not to our caliber, and then, you know, just I think if we can ride that kind of steady level of being consistent and doing that, and that's kind of on us as coaches. We got to do a better job of helping guys be a little more consistent and taking care of business.
And as far as like an injury update report, we heard Drollinger's got a broken collarbone. Tell us how he's doing and what kind of is the plan there.
We found out on Sunday night that he broke his collarbone, which is it's a devastating injury for him. First of all, right, it's a senior year. Second, for the team, he's a big part of what we do and what we do, think of doing both on the mound defensively and in the batting order. But it is next guy up. Got to be ready. We always talk to our guys about you never know when your opportunity is gonna be there, and so the next guy has to step in and be ready to go.
Shelby with a shot and the first goal. They're still with the possession. Here's a drive in and another score for Shelby Wilkinson. Her second. Reese running around. There's a good cut. There's a good pass. There's a good shot. Oh, Call looking for a shot, and we'll bounce that one in. Wilkinson, the senior, leading scorer with a shot and a hat trick. Pass into the middle. And the quick shot, the quick goal. Everybody hard trouble getting an offensive possession when they've got them. They've only had two, and there's a shot here by Janine. Countdown begins. Webb looking for a shot. There's a shot and a goal before time. Drive in the shot and the block here by Lolly. Then roping right back up. Here's a shot. Here's a goal. First one here. Natalie with a good pass there to the middle. Kirstead with a shot and goal. Shelby drives inside with a shot and a goal. 11-4. Loose ball scooped up here. And Webb with a shot and the goal off the middle. Ellen Criddle, wide open pass and a shot. They're going to count it.
You knew headed into this one it was going to be a big win with Beaumont being undefeated. What were some of your goals, and do you guys feel like you accomplished that today?
Honestly, it was just go slow to go fast. As we've been preaching that, we try to get in a hurry. I think our team's so aggressive that they think they're not scoring in like 5 seconds, that they're failures. But like, here's the deal. That last quarter is textbook Bear River lacrosse.
Explain that to us.
You take what the defense is willing to give you, and you don't force things. And that's what we did. We said, hey, wait for them to come to us. And then when they do, we always say, they reach, we teach. That's exactly what they did today.
And this was another important game for you guys. It's your cancer awareness game. You're raising some money for a lacrosse mom who's going through a battle herself with some cancer. Tell us a little bit about that and the support you've seen today.
Tons of support. If you look in the stands, even still, we got quite a few fans out here tonight. And we did a fundraiser for one of our lacrosse moms who is going through some stuff. She didn't want me to really mention her name, but she knows who she is, and we love her. She's part of the family. She's part of our lacrosse family. And there's some other parents that are going through the same thing. And so our goal is, I hope whatever we raise, that they take that and they create a long-lasting family memory.
And so this is so fun for you girls to come out here and win and dominate, but there's more to lacrosse in this team sport than that. Tell us a little bit about supporting those around you in need, and then just that camaraderie.
We wouldn't be here without our fans and our parents and grandparents and the girls. We wouldn't be coaching without them. And the camaraderie comes from like watching the girls build friendships and sisterhoods that they didn't have before. I've seen girls that didn't even like each other coming in over the years, and they become best of friends. And that's what it's all about to me, watching the smile on their face. It's never really ever been, and I tell you that, but it's never been about the wins and losses. It's always been about doing things the right way, the Bear River way.
And so who do you guys have coming up next, and what can we expect there?
Skyview, another big game. We take a commanding lead. Skyview, they're going to come at us tough. They always have. If we can pull that one off, we're going to take a commanding lead in the region play, and hopefully we can secure another region title this year.
I'm Alyssa Brill. I'm a junior, and I play wedge.
I'm Sydney Pearson. I'm a sophomore, and I play backer.
I'm Claire Wood. I'm a sophomore, and I play main side wedge.
And so when I asked Coach, who on the defense do you think I should talk to? He said you guys right away. Says you guys just do such a phenomenal job. Tell me a little bit about how you guys work together to make sure that you can either keep them scoreless or to a minimum.
We make sure to communicate and talk well, work as a team, pick up cuts.
I think just communication and being able to work together as a team like really works. Like us three back there in the defense.
Well, we're definitely a triangle. We have Sid up top and me and Lissa on the sides. And so just knowing where each other are at all times and knowing how to read off each other when like we're looking at somebody and we think they're going to get beat, just crashing in on that and knowing where each other are is really big.
And so I know the offense gets a lot of the glory, but you guys are really good about that it's more about the assists, it's more about the build up and stuff. Tell me a little bit about that, what that's like to be able to lead the defense.
It's really fun. It's fun to see our team work together and make the goals happen and stuff. Yeah.
And so what do you guys feel we can expect as the season goes on? I know you guys are very dominant, but once playoffs hits, it's a little more intense. How are you guys gonna be ready for that?
I think you can see us like really working together as a team and like communication and just really pushing up to that next step of playing.
And then Claire, you're usually the girl behind the mic asking the questions. You get asked the questions today. What's more scary?
Definitely being asked the questions because I don't know what's coming out of your mouth. It's like getting put on the spot and I don't like it very much. I'd rather just be asking and be the one where you're at right now.
Ella, so you had a goal today, but maybe more fun for you was that assist at the end, that buzzer beater. Tell me what's kind of going through your head, how you dished that off and when you knew it was going to go in.
I don't know. I'm just glad that we all worked together. I'm sad that I couldn't get that last shot, but I'm glad Molly was there, wide open.
And then we talk about that all the time with you girls, how it's very unselfish play. You were looking for the shot, but then when you realized you didn't have the shot, you dished it off just so effortlessly. Tell me about that team play you guys have.
Yeah, I'm just always looking for someone to be open, knowing that I have defenders on me. I'm not going to shoot it. And there's always someone who's going to be around, you know?
And tell me what it's like to be able to play on a Saturday in the afternoon doing your cancer awareness event. Why is today maybe a little more special?
I personally just think it's like such a fun activity. And in the stands, I know that all the fans love to come and watch us play.
Shelby, we're gonna have you be our grill player of the game today. You had 4 goals. It's pretty common for you to get your hat trick and then some. Tell us a little bit about your scoring abilities.
I don't know, everybody just does so well at getting open and moving their defenders. I think especially on one-on-ones, everybody just knows where they need to be, and that's a huge role in scoring because it's a whole team effort, even if they don't touch the ball.
And when you're not scoring, you're helping dish things up, get things set up. What is it that you love most about lacrosse?
What I love most about lacrosse is definitely the team. I feel you guys have heard that so many times, but it's true. Everybody has such positive energy, and out on the field, we know that we're playing for each other all the time. And especially on offense, we can just have confidence in every single one of our girls because they all work so hard and they can all score.
And as we've mentioned, it's the cancer awareness game. You guys got your cute pink outfits, you got the cute hair going on. Why is that a fun game, and how can we help support the families that are in need?
Yes, this is such an important game for us because every year we've had a few players that have been severely affected by cancer, and it's such a great cause, and millions of people all over the world are affected by it. And we just love to show that we're here for our community and we want to represent something good.
And so I know you guys got your high school career to finish out, but you recently signed. Tell us a little bit about that and where you're headed after high school.
So I'll be attending Willamette University in the fall. It's located in Salem, Oregon, and I'll be majoring in biochemistry. And I just loved it out there. I went and visited, and the campus was so pretty, and the coach was so amazing. She was so nice to me, and she actually came and watched me play at 4 different tournaments and just show me that she really wanted me and that I would be a good fit for her team. So I feel very confident and excited about my decision.
Tune in weekly and stay in the know with Talk of the Town.